Hi everyone, in this video I shall guide you how to apply for instant approvals from TSB Pass portal. In the previous video we have seen how to apply for instant registration through TSB Pass portal. Just click on login, then citizen login. It will take you to the page. Because my password and user name is already saved, it has directly taken me to my dashboard. Click on apply new, building permissions, and then today we are learning about how to apply for instant approval. Click on instant approval, and my building permission is a new building permission type, so I chose new. Then proceed. Here, as in instant registration, we have 4 sections: applicant details, plot details, building details, review and submit section. So in the applicant details section, I shall give my details, means owner details. So relationship and my Aadhaar card number. Then my mobile number. Email ID is optional. My complete address. Save and continue. So in the next section we shall fill the plot details. So in the plot details, now first one is the plot address subsection. Plot number, I am entering my plot number. Street is optional, but I am selecting the street and SM Street, and the locality is some Adios colony. Then village I have to select. I am selecting some village from Achampet Mandal. So if I select village, Mandal and municipality is auto populated. District also comes along with that. Now I'll enter my survey number. So the plot address, you can see all the details which I have filled: plot number, street name, locality, colony, survey number, village, mandal, district and municipality comes here. Then I have to fill the geo coordinates. So 3 coordinates are must, minimum 3 coordinates are must. So I have selected 4 coordinates and I've selected the area. Then I'm going to the plot area subsection. In the plot area, as per the document, means like in the sale deed, what is the plot area mentioned? I'm choosing square meters. My plot area mentioned is 150 square meters, and as on ground also it is 150 square meters. I shall upload site photographs, and then sale deed and a link deed. Was the property tax paid up to date? Yes. So I have to attach the latest property tax receipt. Then was VLT tax paid continuously for last 3 years? No. And is the plot part of this? So my plot is a part of say open plot. I shall go with the LRS applied. LRS applied in 2020, in 2019 and 2020. So it will ask me the LRS receipt. It's not document. and I have to enter the number here. Then the mortgage value as per the registered document, say it is 9,000 rupees. Whether the site has commenced, whether the work has commenced on the site. No. Is the site affected under the proposed master plan road, ILUP road, regional development plan, strategic road development plan? No. Whether the plot is covered under subdivision or amalgamation? No. If it is yes, you will not be able to proceed further. Or sorry, if the plot is covered under the subdivision or amalgamation, and the charges will be different. So we have to choose yes or no correctly, otherwise additional fee will be raised on the applicant. Whether your plot falls under any of the slum areas. Slum areas means notified slum areas only. No. Now our next section is building details. I have to fill the building details here. Purpose of the building is residential. Again, instant approvals and instant registrations are applicable for only individual residential buildings. So it is only residential. Here net plot area I already gave in square meters as 150 square meters. So I am choosing like 120 square meters. Proposed building plan, this is an optional one. If you have a PDF building plan, you can upload. If you don't have also, no need to worry about it, because this attaching a building plan itself is an optional. Proposed floors are ground plus 1 floor, and the ground floor, it is 120 square meters, and first floor is also 120 square meters. So total build up area is a system calculated one. Ground plus floor 1 gives 240 square meters. Schedule of boundaries. Road is on east side for me, and the proposed road is 8 meters, and the rear road, and the in the north side I have open plot, and south side I have open plot, and west side also I have an open plot. So front road abutting details. So here I already gave the existing road width as existing road details. Approved road width is nothing but existing road width I have given. It is 8 meters. So proposed road should be minimum 9 meters. So I have taken 9 meters, or I can give 10 meters. So the road width of the road affected, the width, road affected width is 1 meters. How it has come? This is a system calculated one, but I shall explain you how it has come. From the middle of the road towards the plot, it should be, suppose it is 10 meters, the proposed road width is 10 meters. So from middle of the road means like 5 meters. 5 meters should be the width of the road. So but my plot, the existing road width is only 4 meters. So the difference is 1 meter. That is how we calculate the width of the road. Now suppose take 9 meters. So middle of from half of the middle of the road towards the plot is 4.5 meters, but existing road width is 4 meters. So 0.5 is our road affected width. So how you calculate road affected area? Suppose the plot side which is abutting to the road is 10 meters. 10 into 0.5 is 5 meters. If it is 12 meters, 12 into 0.5 is 6 meters. If it is 5 meters, the length of the plot, or the length of the plot which is facing the road is 10 meters, it will be 5. If it is 9 meters, it will be 4.5 meters. So my road affected, the length of the plot which is facing the road is only 10 meters. 10 into 0.5 is 5 square meters. So my total road affected area is 5 meters only. I have only one road towards for my plot. The abutting road is only one. There is no other road. So the net plot area is 145 square meters. How did we arrive? Our total plot area is as per the document is 150 square meters, and road width is 5 square meters. It is 145 square meters. So now I am entering the market value per square yard. Please remember, market value should always be given in per square yards. I have to upload the market value certificate here. Then front setback, rear setback are system calculated. They are as per the plot area and the height of the building I already given. We can enter the proposed setbacks optional. Minimum should be 1.5 for front, and the rear and other side should be 1. You should give proposed more than that. So I'm not going, as this is optional. So save and continue. It's not moving. Then what is wrong? See here, the entered plot area does not match with the calculated area. In the net plot area already I have given is 120 square meters, but here it is 145 square meters. Both of them should be one and same. So why have this field is given here and when it is already asked here? This is for other purpose, because for net registration, instant registration, we are calculating only net plot area. For this purpose it is given here, and in the next section also, I mean in the next subsection also, for a validation purpose. So my net plot area is 145 square meters. I am giving here it as 145 square meters. Now we shall continue with save and continue. Here we are in the checklist. Here while we are filling, when I am in the applicant details, we did not see the checklist section, but the checklist section appears here, because it says that for only instant approval category the checklist section appears. So whether the proposed site falls within the air funnel zone, no. Whether the site is affected within 10 meters from the distance from the boundary of the defense area's military establishment, no. Whether the site is within the vicinity of the oil or a gas pipelines, no. What if I selected yes? It will ask, do you have necessary NOC? If I say no, it will ask me to proceed with a single window, because any of the NOCs you need to apply, you need to choose the single window category and not the instant approval category. So to validate this, the application checklist is here. So I'm just proceeding with no. Whether the site has a LT HT line passing through, no. Whether the site is affected by any of the water bodies, no. Whether the site is affected within 30 meters from the railway boundary, no. Whether the proposed site falls within the distance of 1000 meters from the military airport, no. Whether the site is located within the distance of above 100 meters and up to 200 meters from the protected monuments, heritage structures, national monuments, no. In case the plot is part of survey, in case site is, site means a plot, is part of survey number, unapproved layout, piece of land, ULC land, or clarification required from the collector, no. Whether the plot is located within the radius of 100 meters from the notified religious structures, no. Whether the area of felling location is located in scheduled areas, cutting, felling any tree in your plot, no, I don't have any trees to be felled. Save and continue. So here comes the review and submit section. In this we shall go through all the details we have given: applicant name, full name, Aadhaar, mobile number, email ID, complete postal address, plot details, under plot details, plot address, geo coordinates, plot registration details, survey number, plot area as per a document, plot area as on ground. Check for this metric units also, square meters or a square yards, because a lot of people are making mistakes here. Plot checklist, whether the plot is covered under subdivision, yes or no. Site affected under the proposed master plan road, ILUP, RDP, SRDP, etc. commenced on the site, whether the work commenced on the site. Is the plot part of this? LRS applied. Was VLT tax paid continuously for last 3 years? Property tax document. Was the property tax paid up to market value as per the registered document LRS 1920 number LRS document, whether your plot falls under any of the notified slum areas, market value, usage of the building, building type, building subtype, number of floors and floor wise built up area, ground floor, first floor. Then schedule of boundaries, road width 8 meters, all other sites I have given as open land. Approved road width 8 meters, proposed road width 9 meters, width of the road affected is 0.5 meters and the road affected area is 5 square meters. So net plot area is 145 square meters. Front setbacks, other setbacks, proposed setbacks, all the other proposed setbacks are taken as the default setbacks given by the system. Then all the uploaded documents I have attached, I can see here the checklist questions and now the self declaration statements. I am the owner of the plot and that there is no claimant or dispute pertaining to this plot. I here undertake I shall not construct more than ground plus 1 floor. Any other construction beyond ground plus 1 floor will have prior approvals, following which I will be liable for the penalty demolition without notice. I here undertake that the proposed site is not a government land, prohibited land, restricted zone, disputed land, municipal land, layout open space, water bodies, earmarked parks and playgrounds, and the proposal is in conformity with the master plan land use, etc. I shall be made liable for the penal action, that is penalty, revocation, demolition without issuance of any notice as per Telangana Municipalities Act 2019 if any case of misrepresentation or false declaration. I certify that the particulars furnished in the application form are true, correct and complete to the best of my knowledge and undertake to adhere to the declarations made thereunder. I declare that if I violate above the declarations, the authority is entitled to demolish such construction and all unauthorized or deviated portions unconditionally without issuance of any notice to me. Further, I shall be held responsible for liable for all penal consequences as per the provisions of the Telangana Municipalities Act 2019. I here certify that my plot is abutting the existing road width not less than 30 feet or 9 meters, and if it is not available, I will maintain 15 meters distance from the center of the existing road in addition to the front setback. I shall certify that the extent area of this plot is not more than 150 square meters and height of the proposed building is not more than 7 meters, and the plot is not part of a bigger plot which has been split for this purpose. I hereby certify that I shall construct the building leaving the mandatory setbacks, road affected area and as per National Building Code under the supervision of the qualified technical person. So all these declarations are must because this is an instant approval certificate. Agree and continue. Before agree and continue, you need to click download or a print for saving this option. So I'm just saving this for my future use. Most of the applicants doesn't have a habit of saving it. I suggest saving the application form so that in case of any errors it will serve as a proof. As I said, these declarations are gone, so I'm just putting a tick mark, proceeding further. Here the payments are shown, all the payments. You can check out the payments whether they are correct. If there are any discrepancies, please raise a ticket. So payment gateway 1, I have paid, and it is showing me payment success. Your application under processing. So this is not acknowledgement as shown, it is as a download acknowledgement. It is a certificate itself. It's instant approval certificate. I'm just downloading it, trying to download it. So as the file name goes acknowledgement, it is not acknowledgement but is an instant approval order. I'm just saving it on desktop to show the certificate also. Click on the certificate. So see, as I told you, this is not an acknowledgement, this itself is an approval copy. TS BPAS building permit order, and the building permit number is 7647 Achampet, and the dated is 1st March. The applicant details here, and the permission 150 square meters consisting of ground floor plus first floor, and the plot number, etc. Building permit order issued. So here are the plot details. You can check out the plot details. If something goes wrong, please repeat it on the ticketing system. And the details of the payments. Here you can see all the payment details, and then when you have to start your construction, and when you have to finish your construction work, and all these are the conditions subjected to which this approval is being given, and the additional floor. As I have already explained in the instant registration, I shall explain once more. Permission granted shall stand lapsed, not this one. 6th point, under additional conditions, please look at this condition. 6th point, applicant shall not proceed with the construction till the post verification is done and a work commencement letter is issued. During this post verification period will be done by the department and will be informed to the applicant. So what does this mean is, like I have already got this instant approval, but I am not supposed to start any construction work till I get a commencement letter, work commencement letter. So this work commencement letter will be issued once the post verification is completed, and post verification is will be completed within SLA period, and it is 15 days from the date of issuance of this certificate. So this is how you can apply very easily for instant approvals through TS BPAS portal. So my total built up area is 240 square meters. So this is how we can apply in TS BPAS portal. I'm just going again to my dashboard to check whether this application is available or not. 7647 is my application number. I'm just returning to my dashboard. So this is my dashboard. In this 7647 is my application, and the status of application is verification under progress. This is post verification status. I can download the certificate here, view the application form, and all other attachments I have given in this application. So this is about instant approval.